before the court draw near and you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is April 21st. Welcome to the Lawrence County Municipal Court. Capper. We're going to do reviews first for people who have court orders to comply with. This is a review to see if you're making progress on that. Your name's called. Come up to the table to your right. If you don't get called and you thought you should have been called, go check in at the clerk to make sure you are on the docket. Call reviews.
Jamie Bias, Darren L. Korn, Andrew Curry, Charles M. Frazier, Ty A. Grantham, Regina L. Hudson, Casey J. Jackson.
Jamie Bias, 24-603, 2151. Jamie Bias.
She's on telephone, John.
Okay. She is here by telephone. Okay, you still have some fines to pay and 9 hours of community service.
Yeah, I actually emailed from the completion of my community service, I emailed that over this morning before court, so you may not have seen it yet, but we just did that this morning about 8 o'clock, so that should be there. As far as making a payment, I have tried to get online to make that payment. I'm coming into, I have to be in Ohio on Wednesday for a doctor's appointment, so if I can't figure that out, if I can't get a clerk to, I'm going to have to get somebody on the phone to kind of walk me through it. I haven't been able to find the spot to make the actual payment. But I do have 2 past months of payment I can make. Wednesday, I come in Ohio for a doctor's appointment. If I can drop it off in person, that would probably be the easiest. As far as community service, that's finished up.
Okay, how much will you be paying Wednesday?
I'm sorry?
How much will you be paying?
I'll have 100 to bring in with me. If I can't make it today online, then I'll just bring it in Wednesday when I'm down in Ohio for my doctor's appointment.
Well, if you go to the court has a website. If you go to the website, there's a...
Okay, can I get that from you directly? Because I'm having a hard time when I call it.
No, I'm not going to give it to you. It's pretty easy to find. You've got Google Lawrence County Municipal Court. If you Google Lawrence County Municipal Court, it's going to come up. So.
Okay, all right, I'll find it then.
All right, so I will give you, I think it's lawcodemuni.com, but Lawrence County Municipal Court, Google, that's the easy way to find it. It will.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll set your next hearing in May for the 16th, May 16th.
May 16th, yes, sir, thank you.
Get this completed and get your community service. You say you sent it in, let's make sure it's completed.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Darren Korn, 2496 and 23761. Darren Korn has not appeared, so it'll be a bench warrant for failure to appear. Andrew Curry is not here. 23-463, 464, 23-291, and 61. Will be bench warrant issue. Charles Frazier, 24-16-25. Okay, I believe he is finished, so I'm going to come.
That's for his driving, Your Honor.
Okay.
You have requested that.
Okay. Is Mr. Frazier here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, well, I can't give you a permit because the doctor basically says he's still evaluating you and he's not sure if you should be driving or not, so. Your license suspension is over now, anyway, as of yesterday. It was through April the 19th, so. I don't know if we sent it in as a medical, let me look and see. I don't see anything saying that you had a medical suspension, but I was going to give you privileges if the doctor agreed. He's not saying he agrees, so your case is completed. You'll have to address the DMV about getting driving privileges. So my suspension's over. Your case is over.
John, do you need that copy, or should I make a copy? They need that back.
Oh, yeah, he can. Let's keep a copy under seal in the file.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ty Grantham, 23/18/58. I'm sorry, 23/12/58. Ty Grantham. And I'm going to complete his file. He turned in a report from the VA where he got treatment and he's done his community service and pays fines. Regina Hudson, 23/5/81, 23/13/82. Community service is done. You just have to pay your fines. You have a
Well, I have payment today,
How much are you paying?
400,
Okay, that's going
leave the
to,
balance of 83.
yeah, that's going to just about finish you up. So, see the clerk make that payment. That you made such a large payment, I'll make your next hearing in June. If you get it paid by then, you don't have to come back.
Pardon me?
If you pay off your fines, you don't have to come back, and I'm going to set it out because you're making such a large
Okay.
payment.
Well, I have four today. I checked the balance before I come in.
Yeah, but $83.
Yeah,
So I'll give you a couple months, so June 20th. If you pay that off by June 20th, you don't have to be here. June 20th at 9 a.m. Casey Jackson.
I'm not catching all of it.
I'm sorry?
I'm not catching all of it.
Mr. Cooper will go out with you and explain it to
Okay.
you, make sure you got, I know you're hard of hearing.
What time?
9 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 22/5/10, 22/165, he's got a report from RRS. Okay, good screen. It sounds like there's still some issues being worked on, but compliant, I would say at this point. It says you have made progress. So we'll keep working on that, and you still have some time to go on the one case. The earliest case is paid off. So you only have the one case left.
Okay.
$225 is what I'm showing you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay 100 today and then the rest Thursday.
Okay? I'll give you a couple months too, since you paid off your fines. And I still want you to continue with the counseling. And I'll see you on June 20th.
Ready, thank you.
And we may dismiss it then if there's a good report.
Thank you.
Or complete. It won't be dismissed, it'll be completed.
Robert Jenkins Jr., Gary Kazee, John S. Pfeiffer, Francisco Salomon, Brittany Smith, Scott Taylor, Tony Walters.
Robert Jenkins, 13/24/88, 12/18/59, 12/6/90, 12/6/97. And you have done some community service since your last hearing. You've got, I'm showing 4 hours left, I think.
That is correct, Your Honor, and I got a note that he is going to work for the May the 3rd cleanup,
Okay.
April 3rd cleanup.
So you'll get some credit on your fine for that, too. Do you have any payment you're making today?
No, I made a payment Friday.
Okay. Online, or how'd you make it?
No, in
Came in?
yeah.
Yes, $20, okay. May 23rd will be your next hearing, May 23.
That might be a problem for me because I'm having a procedure on the 22nd.
Okay, we'll do it the 19th then.
Okay.
Monday of that week, May 19th,
All right. Thank
9
you.
o'clock, May 19th. Gary Kazee.
Yes, sir.
Gary Kazee is 16/166 and 14/309. And making payments toward fines. You made a payment at the beginning of the month.
Yes, sir. I do every month.
Okay. I'll schedule your next hearing for May 23rd, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. John Pfeiffer,
Yes, sir.
24/216. Paid off your fines,
Yes, sir.
and you still have some community service to do.
Yes, sir.
You can get double credit coming up on May the 3rd. You'll get 2 days credit for doing 1 day because it's a township cleanup day, so we're giving double credit. You gotta be here at 7:30 a.m. on that day to get the double credit,
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Okay. I also have a question.
Okay?
I got a hold of the church. They do community service. They let people do community service through them. I got the name, the address, the name of the church, and he told me if I could come in today that he would work me. I have all that information on my phone. If there was any way that he worked me last year for another probation that I had, and I was working 9-10 hours a day.
Your Honor, if I may, he came and spoke to me this morning about this. The last time he had been here, he had not done community service before that, and he was ordered to do community service here. He brought me a text this morning on his phone with the church information, and I told him no, he needed to do it here.
Okay. We're gonna stick with that. Do it here. We have a community service program here at the court. Okay, your next hearing will be May 30th, 9 o'clock. Once you get your community service done, which you should be able to do in that time frame, you don't have to come back. You get 2 days of what you need on 1 day,
That was what day?
May 3rd.
Your Honor, just for the record, he was here today, or he was ordered to be here last time.
Okay. All right, Francisco Solomon, 24/14/12. Mr. Solomon is not here. Yes, he did make a payment, but he hasn't paid it off, so he gets a warrant for failure this year. Brittany Smith, 24/171. She's at RRS. I've got a report for her. she's missed some sessions, so she's non-compliant with treatment. She didn't appear today. She does come back, however, she needs to get in here to avoid getting arrested. There'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear, and she was not compliant with treatment as ordered. Scott Taylor is here, 24-1941.
Thank you. Yeah.
May I approach your
Is
honor?
that OVP? Yes. Fines are paid. It's a very good report. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want you to continue with that. I'll go out to June before your next hearing. Just continue with your counseling. That's all you've got to do now. And OVP will give me reports when you come back. I'll set it for June the 13th.
June 13th, I'll write that down.
Yeah, right now. June 13th, 9 o'clock. Tony Walters, 23-466, 467.
Your Honor, she just walked in the clerk's office.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Walters is here. Probably should get the prosecutor and to see if there's a report on that. She was ordered to do some cleanup on a property.
I did some, but me and Andrew got into an argument, he left with a truck, so I'm not be able to do too much right now. I know there's
Are you all not together now?
no, I ain't seen him in about 2
Yeah,
weeks.
he didn't show up. He's not here.
Oh, he didn't show neither?
Well, you probably don't know since you're not here regularly. Walters was ordered to do a cleanup at a property with solid waste, was supposed to check on it. I don't know, you probably don't have any information on
I don't know, Your Honor, I can check if you want to lay it over and let me check and see if they can check.
Well, she's telling me there's still stuff that has to be done, right?
Yeah, there's still some work done, but there's a cleanup coming up in May. I'm gonna try to borrow somebody's truck to get most of it out on my own.
Okay,
Want to do it about 30 days, Your Honor, and get
Yeah.
behind it. Tony,
I'll have her come back.
I've known Tony, she'll do what she says, she's just a little slow at it, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a heart patient, and like I said, me and him got into it, he's been gone about 2 weeks, and I don't know where he's at, and he's got my truck, and I keep calling him, he's not answering my calls, so I don't know
Well,
where
I
he's
can't
at.
say I'm surprised. Okay, May 27th will be your next review, 9 o'clock. That's a Tuesday.
May 27th?
Yeah, because the day before is Memorial Day, so the court will be closed. Usually we're here on Mondays, but we'll have court on Tuesday that week. All right, thank you, Ms. Reynolds.
May 27th, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, do I need to tell Dufall anything? If I do talk to him?
Time he needs to get in here if he doesn't want to get arrested, because he'll have a warrant for not showing up.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we're going to start the arraignments now. Arraignments are new cases or old cases where you missed a hearing and got a warrant. You'll get called. When you're called, come up to the table to the right, just like the last folks did. Stand there. I'm going to go over the charge with you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But if you do make statements, everything you say, everything I'm saying, everything you're going to say is all on the record. It's all being recorded, and now we recorded the video too, so your image and what you say is all being recorded. So it could be used against you if you admit something about the case. You have a right to have an attorney, you have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove any charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights all defendants have. If you enter guilty or no contest, you're waiving those rights. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings. You don't know what to do. If you want a lawyer, enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Benjamin Hawk, case number CRB 22-181, PRC 20-2041.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Okay, this is an older case. It looks like there's been a warrant for failure to appear from a hearing December 2nd of 2022. It's on case numbers 20-2041 and 22-181.
Yeah, that and the entire time, I've been incarcerated all the way up until last month.
Okay,
So,
where were you incarcerated?
I was up at Pickaway. Well, I was at London for a while, then I was at Pickaway. But yeah, ever since I seen you last.
Anything with you showing your
Yeah.
release? Because being incarcerated is a good reason to not be at a hearing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my release papers.
All right, it does, and it tells you to get in touch with this court.
Yeah.
Okay, what you have done, I'll cancel the warrant, and what I'm gonna do, this was an OVI conviction and a criminal damaging conviction. You have some community service?
Yes, sir.
And fines to pay. Where are you gonna be living? Are you gonna be local?
Yeah, I'll be local.
At the Crawford Lane address?
No, that's I'll have a different address now.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Do you know what your current address is?
240 Little Fudges Creek, Barboursville, West Virginia.
Okay, so I'll withdraw the warrant. You heard what I said about the May 3rd date. You can get 2
Yeah.
days credit for doing community service that day. I'll give you another review hearing date, and then as long as you come to your hearings and you make efforts toward getting your cases resolved, you won't get a warrant. I don't want you to go to jail.
Yeah.
You can avoid jail just by doing what you're supposed to. Okay, I'm going to set it for June the 6th. It'll be your next review hearing. That'll be at 9 a.m.
9.
Any questions? 7:30 a.m. be here for community services from 7:30 to about 2:30.
Okay.
Every day but Sunday.
Every day but Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Haberlin. Case number TRD 23418, TRC 191630, A, B, and C. Christopher Haberlin.
Okay, it says he was arrested and bond. Okay, he posted a bond. He posted a bond on Friday with Mr. Sowers, and the bond says he is supposed to be here today. He hasn't appeared. Okay, so I'm going to send Mr. Sowers a text advising him that Mr. Haberlin did not appear today. And I'll set a bond forfeiture hearing May the 12th. So the warrant should be issued today for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Harold Moore, case number CRD 23550, TRC 231259, A and B. Your Honor, I was told this should have been on the review docket this morning, and they didn't have the folder till just now.
Okay, Harold Moore, 23-550, 23-1259. Did he come in, or?
No, Your Honor, I
Okay.
believe Ms. Bledsoe said he had broke down and called in.
All right, he's got 7 days to appear before a warrant will issue.
Your Honor, we're ready to start some pre-trials.
Okay? Got Gretchen Smith is on the screen. She's on the pretrial docket. I don't know who's the girl is.
State of Ohio versus Gretchen Smith. Case number TRC 221661 A and B.
And this is Mr. Well, it's actually
Wants a review.
You want to hand you files. He's on the pretrial docket. Mr. Steyer, have you been representing Gretchen Smith?
Not since we're on post-conviction.
Okay. Okay, it appears to me to be a good report. She was on the border of going inpatient. I gave her one last chance.
Yeah. Whatever you said must have got through, because ever since she has made all of her appointments, she has screened every time she's supposed to. She's doing exactly what you asked her.
Okay, good job. You still have, you did make a payment this month. You still have community service. You gotta get that done. If you can get here on May the 3rd, then you get double credit for doing that day. That's a Saturday. 7:30 a.m. You need to get here at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 3rd for a double credit day.
Okay, I will be there.
Okay, I'll set your next hearing for review. Let's make it May the 12th.
Okay, can I do that on Zoom or in person?
As long as you're compliant. If I'm gonna get a report and you're compliant, I'll let you appear by Zoom. If they're gonna say you're non-compliant, I want you here in person.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Ryan Bavard, case number CRB 25105. Ryan Bavard.
This is Mr. Starks.
Your Honor, Mr. Bavard contacted me this morning. He said he was running a couple minutes late due to a car issue. We're actually a little bit before 10. I didn't actually expect he'd be here. We'd be called before he was here, but we're nice to have him recalled a little bit later in the docket, if I could, Your Honor.
We'll recall later in the document.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to the Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, we've got some hearings to do.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Green, case number CRB 2546, CRB 25226, TRC 24151, ABC and D. Jacob Richter is on deck.
All right, sir, are you Joseph Green? All right, and I think Mr. Stratton is your attorney.
Yes, Your Honor. This was from Friday. Mr. Green, we talked about sending him to RRS with the GPS monitor.
Could not get a monitor placed Friday, I'm assuming.
Courthouse was closed, so.
Yeah, that's a good indication we're not gonna get that monitor plate.
Right.
Probation said they're waiting on some paperwork to get fax order from here.
Well, he established a 2,000 cash surety, so now it's gonna be a signature to.
I'm gonna give him a $2,500 OR bond with a GPS monitor to be released to RRS for inpatient treatment,
Yes.
and then we'll need to come back. So that should get placed today,
Yep.
and you can pick him up today for that class. And let's set, we need to come back on a pretrial then.
Yep, any day except the 12th of May.
May 2nd?
Yes.
May 2nd will be pretrial, so I had to talk with you, right, about all the bad stuff that would happen if you cut the ankle monitor off?
You did.
Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It still holds true.
Okay.
May 2nd is your next hearing,
Okay.
and hopefully you'll get a good report and be in treatment.
Yeah. Your Honor, can I ask something?
You can ask it.
So you put the protection order against me on Mrs. McCoy. I don't have literally, like, all my photos and everything, all of my documents, my social security card, and all that. Can I, like, have my sister-in-law go and get that stuff and bring it to the facility?
You can have, yeah, anybody that's not going to breach the peace and is agreeable to Summer. The representative from RRS said they're going to help you with that. They have been through this. This is not their first rodeo, so they know how to get that done.
Okay, that's the only thing I was wondering. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
Thanks.
State of Ohio versus Jacob D. Richter, case number CRA 25231.
All right, sir, you're Joseph Richter?
Jacob Richter, yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jacob, it says Jacob. Mr. Richter, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is in Chesapeake. You are appearing in the court today on a monitor in the courtroom, and your image and what you say is all being recorded.
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, it is on the record and can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to be considered for bail and to make the state prove any charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
The charge that you have is actually not here. It's in Pickaway County.
Yes, sir.
So this is what's called a Rule 4 hearing.
Yes, sir.
Arraignment for a Rule 4. So anytime you are found in a county that doesn't touch the county that says they have a warrant, or you have a right to have a hearing to make sure you are the Jacob D. Richter that they want, and they have a good reason to bring you to their jurisdiction. You have a right to have an attorney for that hearing. It's kind of like an extradition, but it's within the state of Ohio, not outside the state of Ohio. So you can waive your right to a Rule 4 hearing, and that means you're agreeing you are the Jacob D. Richter and that you want to go to Pickaway County to get this resolved. It doesn't mean you're admitting you're guilty, it just means you will go there.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to have a hearing on this issue, or do you want to agree to go to Pickaway County?
I'll agree.
Okay, so we're going to send a waiver down. Now, if you can post a bond, I'll let you go turn yourself in. This is from the, I'm going to assume it's probably some sort of failure to pay child support or something like that.
Yes, sir.
It's from the Juvenile Division of the Court of Common Pleas on a failure to comply and contempt. So,
Can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
yes, sir.
I was doing a job last weekend to develop a ladder, and fractured my skull.
So I'm gonna have to, maybe I can get an OR so I can go get that checked out and then turn myself in. I don't have the money to post it, but my skull is bad. I have serious migraines.
Okay, well, I'm gonna set a bond for you at this point.
Can't get an OR for medical.
I'm not giving it to you.
Uh,
If I did that, everybody that came in for arraignment would have a medical problem. We'd have enough of that
I mean,
already.
I can show my proof.
I'm setting your bond at $5,000, and you're telling me you can't post that.
No, no, sir. I had nothing, but I need to get my head checked out. I'm asking with everything I have.
No, you can talk to the jail doctor about that. They'll be coming around, you can tell them what your issue is.
I already have.
Or you can just agree to go up to Pickaway County, that's, they probably have a hospital there. Maybe get
I
you.
mean, I agree to go, but I mean, until I'm waiting for them to come get me. I'd like to have an OR just for, I'm here for 24 hours.
I hear you, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give Pickaway County a week to come pick you up. Usually doesn't take that long.
10 days,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get your city, just give me like 3 more.
No, I'm not, because they don't know you were here till.
You're headed over here. They just contacted the first day I got here.
Well, they can't come get you until I say they can, so.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to put him back on the docket for the 28th. So if you're still in our jail on the 28th, I'm going to see you at 10 a.m. And it means there was a problem. You should already be in Pickaway County by then.
Is that bond 5,000 cash security?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to the bail bondsman?
Yeah, can you lower it at all?
I can, but I'm not going to.
Okay. Yeah, can I talk to the bill bond?
Is there a bond you think you could post? You told me before you couldn't post bonds.
I probably can, but 1,500 cash security probably about the most I can post.
Now, I'm not going to lower it that.
Or maybe 3,000, that'd be about it. I gotta get my head checked out, sir.
Are you sure you're not a lawyer? You're really a lawyer, aren't you? Will you talk to Mr. Sowers, and if he says he will postpone for you at $3,000, then I'll reconsider it. Because for $3,000, he'll go to the gates of hell to get somebody. So there's no getting out of him. You have him post a $3,000 bond for you, and you think you can just go out and hide somewhere out around Scotttown, he'll come snatch you up, take you to the jail.
I just want to prove
Maybe even
it.
Wacta. You can't even go to Wacta and get away from him.
I just want to prove it, just go to the hospital.
I hear you. You've told me that umpteen times.
Okay,
So I got it the first time.
okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So we will have Mr. Sowers get in touch with you.
They're contacting you.
Okay,
Okay, that's all.
okay.
Your Honor, we have one more to call at the jail, but our attorney is not here yet, so we'll not be able to call her until a little later.
Okay.
So we can do 3 trials.
All right, we have pre-trials to do here at the court.
State of Ohio is Misty Blackburn, case number CRA 24-12. It's Mr. Steyer's case.
All right, we need Mr. Steyer and Misty Blackburn in the courtroom.
While we're waiting on Mr. Steyer, Your Honor, we do have a Hardy that's been filed now for an arraignment. I think he's present, so.
Okay, do we have that file?
I don't have the file.
They just filed it if you want to.
Yeah, I don't have the file yet.
Okay.
Here's Mr. Steyer
Mr. Steyer.
and Misty Blackburn. Is she still inpatient? or-
No, she's not even patient.
Okay.
Can I put you on?
Yes.
I didn't hear what case was being called, Your Honor, I apologize.
Misty Blackburn.
Okay, she actually may not be in the courtroom because she's talking to Megan about QRT. So I think they're out in the hall, out in the lobby discussing that.
All right, we'll recall it.
Thank you.
She does that.
State of Ohio versus Corey Brewer, case number CRB 25155 A and B, CRB 25156. Corey Brewer.
When I checked, Your Honor, Mr. Brewer hadn't checked in yet. It's not quite 10, so I don't know if he's here. If he's not here, I think he still may get here.
I'll recall it later.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Tracy D. Dillon, case number CRA 24575, CRB 24576, CRC 24882 A and B.
I'm sorry. Okay,
This
well, we're going to
is Mr. Steyer's client.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Medicare or Medicaid?
Both, but it's Medicare.
Okay.
Bree is here.
Last Tuesday I was out.
Mr. Steyer and Distillin have a conference with the OVP representative, and then we'll recall after that happens.
I'm sorry. Right now, just have a seat. I'll come talk through that.
Your Honor, we have 3 more arraignments.
Okay, we have some arraignments now.
State of Ohio versus Charles A. Hardy, case number CRA 25233 A and B.
Charles Hardy. Yes, sir.
Sir, you're Charles A. Hardy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hardy. Case number 25233A alleges that at Union Township on April the 19th of 2025, you knowingly created a substantial risk of serious physical harm to another person, being Erica Ferguson, and she's either a member of your family or your household, by means of strangulation or suffocation. So that's a felony of the 3rd degree. Maximum penalty for that's 5 years in jail and an $8,000 fine. 25233B alleges the same date and time. You purposely damaged, tampered, interrupted, or impaired some sort of communication device that's disrupting public services. It's a felony of the 4th degree. Maximum penalty, 18 months in jail, $5,000 fine. Case number 235 is a domestic violence charge. It alleges, same time, April 19th, Union Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Erica Ferguson, who's a member of your family or lives in your household. That's a 1st degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights that I explained at the beginning in court?
Yes, I'm wanting to request the continuance since this happened over the weekend, or over the weekend, and I didn't have time to get an attorney. They weren't open until 9.
Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed attorney?
I wish to get my own.
Okay. What's the state's, there is a bond posted in the amount of $11,000.
Since he appeared, Your Honor, we just asked to work to continue that bond and issue a protection order.
Okay, I'm going to continue the bond that you posted. I'm going to order that you not go around, contact, or post anything about Erica Ferguson. And I take it you all are not living together now? Okay, you're separate. Is that any problem for you to stay away from her? Okay, so there'll be an order to that effect.
Your Honor, we would request that he have his attorney contact our office about arrangements concerning personal property of victims.
Okay. So if there's things you need to get, don't do it on your own.
That's the other way around, Your Honor. She has things.
She has things that, yeah.
Okay. Well, what things? Maybe we can deal with it now.
My badge for work, my keys for work, my makeup, my shower things, my toothbrush, my scrubs.
Okay, is there any problem with her having those things? Can we have some neutral party pick those up, or you?
Her aunt is here, Your Honor, who's her victim advocate. I think she would pick it up if that would be okay.
Okay, when's an agreeable time for that to happen?
Whatever's best for her.
Okay, we can do it today?
Yeah, we can
This
do it.
afternoon? 3 o'clock today? Is that agreeable?
Yes.
It's agreeable with you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so then the next thing we got to decide is when we're going to come back for the next hearing. Since you're charged with a couple of felonies, actually, you have a right to have a hearing within 15 days. We can go longer than that if you want to waive your time constraints and agree that we can have the hearing more than 15 days. If you want it within 15 days, I'll set it within 15 days. So it's up to you. Do you want it within the 15 days, or do you want more time to try to get a lawyer?
More time.
Okay. How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer? So today's the 21st, and the court would be looking ordinarily probably the 12th. So that's 3 weeks out. You think you can have a lawyer then?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, May the 12th will be the next hearing. Be a preliminary hearing and pretrial, and indicating you will hire an attorney. So any other issues we need to address?
Can we get a waiver signed on that, Your Honor?
Yes. You'll need to sign a written waiver, just says you're waiving your right to have the hearing within 15 days. The prosecutor will prepare that. They'll give you a copy of it to take to your lawyer. Do you know who your lawyer is going to be?
I can't remember their name. McCown.
McCown?
Yeah.
Okay. He practices in this court on a regular basis. All right, any other questions? So the aunt's gonna come to your place at 3 o'clock and pick up the personal items. Agreed? Okay, no problems, no arguing. No fussing. All right, next hearing, May 12th, 10 o'clock.
That's just your time.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly
That's what I'm
Martin,
supposed to do, is
case
I'm
number
supposed to do that.
CRB 25234. And co-defendant, Your Honor, case for State of Ohio versus Dennis Martin, case number CRB 25232.
She's got her name.
And ma'am, you're Kimberly Martin,
Yes.
and sir, you're Dennis Martin? We both charged with domestic violence. It's the 4th degree misdemeanor variety, so it's a lesser charge than some of the others. So it's alleged that at Rome Township, April the 19th, by threat of force, you each caused the other to believe you would cause imminent physical harm to them or a member of their family. So the maximum penalty for that is 30 days in jail, $250. Do you each understand the charge filed against you?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
And do you each understand the rights defendants have that I explained to you in court?
I do, sir. I would like to ask the court to maybe resolve this today. I work a lot, and maybe that day I was overworked. But, you know, she's never been in trouble that night. I would take a lesser charge and agree to a fine so we can resolve this today.
Okay, well, we'll ask the prosecutor. I don't make the charges. That's what the prosecutor does, so.
Your Honor, can we reset that, re-bring it back, and I'll have my staff talk to them, see if we can work it out.
Okay, you agreeable with that?
Yes, sir.
If you guys will wait in the hallway, they'll come and talk to you.
All right, we'll recall this later in the docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Michael M. Davis III, case number CRB 24767, CRB 24649 A and B, CRB 24215, CRB 2490 A and B. Your Honor, this is set for sentencing in Mr. Steyer's case, and he's requested that it be called now because he has victim on the Zoom.
You might recall last week we discussed this. The victim is interested in dropping the protective order. There's still other things going on in the case, but she's in school, and we were able to arrange for her to come onto the Zoom call today. So we asked to have it added to the docket and asked to have it called now. I believe Lindsay, what's her last name? What? Lindsay McMillan, are you on the video here? Or we can't hear you.
Your audio must be turned off.
Let's see if that's on this side.
I got John Davis. John. What's the name?
This is Michael Davis.
Michael.
I'm clicking the ask to unmute button, but it's not doing anything, so I don't know.
Are you muted on your side, ma'am?
All right, thank you.
Oh, okay, she's still there, so she's gone.
Very, very good, come on in.
Okay, we have sound now.
We can hear you now.
Are you Ms. McMillan?
Yes, sir.
And it's my understanding that you wish to have the protection order regarding Michael Davis that is pending through, I'm not actually sure which of the case numbers, but one of the case numbers that's pending here today. You wish to have that released?
Yes.
It's 24-215.
And Your Honor, the situation is this: Ms. McMillan is now 18 years old. When these cases arose, she was a minor and was living with a different family member. She is now 18 and wishes to return home to her mother's house. Her mother is here in the courtroom, but Mr. Davis resides there. And so in order to accommodate that, we're asking the protection order be dropped.
Okay, Ms. McMillan, is all that correct of what Mr. Stires represented to the court?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to tell me?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll grant your request. The protection order is withdrawn due to your request on this date.
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, we've been coming back. Yes. No, that's okay. I've thrown a lot at you today. We've been coming back about monthly with Mr. Davis. We came back after about a week this time because of this issue that's arisen. We obviously would need to get a new date. We didn't set a date past today.
Okay. Well, this basically says that he's been coming. It doesn't tell me that he's been compliant. I would like to have a report as to his level of compliance. We can do that at the next hearing. May 23rd.
Your Honor, I'm not available. Oh, wait, I'm looking at June, not May. Give me a second here. I apologize. I'm available May 23rd.
May 23rd will be the next hearing.
Your Honor, I would like to state for Mr. Davis that by the court dropping this, if there is another incident, we will look at it more strongly since the victim voluntarily dismissed it this time.
Okay.
What was that date, Your Honor?
May 23rd. Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Excuse me, State of Ohio versus Rachel Helmer, case number CRB 24320, CRA 24518, Rachel Helmer.
Okay. That's Ms. Helmer there on the video screen. She is attending treatment in Columbus, Ohio. She's been appearing on my video for a period of time. We were here about a week or so ago, and the state at that point said they were considering taking this on to the grand jury. There was a miscommunication. I didn't have Ms. Helmer on the video that day, but I've since contacted her, gotten her on the video today, and what we'd like to do is, assuming the state's still wishing to take this to the grand jury, we'd like to have an opportunity to waive her preliminary hearing to preserve her bond, which I've explained to her is not a guarantee because we have one court that honors the bond agreements made by the state and one court that doesn't, but it's better than no agreement at all. She is not physically here. I think that if she stays on the record that it's okay for me to execute the waiver on her behalf, that I can do that, but obviously that's for the court whether to accept that or not.
I'll accept that. So, Ms. Helmer, your lawyer says you wish to waive a probable cause hearing and agree that your case on the felony can go to the grand jury. Is that correct?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask that the state please make a note in its file that she is waived on an agreement for continuation of bond, and that the state has agreed to at least recommend continuation of bond.
And that she should be contacted.
And that she should be summoned rather than,
And do they have her address to give?
you're still at that treatment center in Columbus, what's the address there? Could you text that to me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have her text that to me and I'll fill Mr. Lambert in on that.
So now the misdemeanor, is it related to the felony? Is it going to the grand jury also?
It's at the same date.
Well, she's already pled to it, so it must be a different. She has a menacing conviction.
Oh yeah, that was a separate incident entirely, Your Honor.
So I'll just set it for another review.
We've asked to put that on the review docket. And I asked if possible she would in the review hearings by video until such time as there's a problem.
As long as she's in treatment, she can appear by teleconference.
There was a restitution issue is one of the reasons for the review, Your Honor, so maybe set it out where she can hopefully come up with a restitution.
Okay. I don't see that on the menacing. Maybe it was on one of the other cases.
I don't think there is a restitution on the menacing. I think the restitution issue
Oh, okay.
is connected to this case that's going to be
Okay.
Okay, so 24,518 is waived to the grand jury. Bond will remain as in effect, and then to keep track of her, I would suggest coming back in about a month. What's your schedule will be into May?
We just set something for the 23rd. I'm available that day.
Okay, May 23rd will be the next hearing.
And we're going to keep her on the pretrial docket?
Yes. Pre-trial for, on review, I think, is what I'll call it. It's really a review hearing, but we want to keep her with counsel because of all the other stuff that's going on.
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you. So, text me the address where you can be found right now so I can get that to the state, okay? Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Amber Sloan, case number CRB 24729.
And I believe we have a disposition to offer the court on this matter, which is that the state is prepared to reduce this charge to an M4 disorderly conduct, to which Ms. Sloan would be willing to plead guilty. We would recommend 30 days in jail, suspended, probation at the court's 2 years probation, and at a level of the court's determining, with an order to stay away from the alleged victim during the probation.
Is that correct, Ms.
Yes, Your
Sloan?
Honor.
I don't know about the 2 years probation.
Yes, Your Honor. You can't have to suspend jail without probation. That's how that works.
Yes.
So, do you have, I'm looking at the disorderly statute, do you have it off the top?
I don't, but I can check that out. I apologize, Your Honor. It's been a eventful morning.
291711.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I don't have my file. Was there a protection order?
There's been a protection order, and we're agreeing to an order to stay away, which I think has to be separate from the, no contact order. I think that has to be separate from the original protective order.
Okay. Anything you wish to say, Ms. Sloan?
No, thank you.
And this, is Tiffany Labor being consulted about this? Is she agreeable? She's the victim.
It's my understanding that Ms. White has talked to Ms. Labor.
Okay. All right, I'll impose a $100 fine, order the cost to be paid, 30 days in jail suspended, no contact order. Tiffany Labor, 2 years of level 5 probation. Review hearing October 14th of this year at 9 a.m.
October what, Your Honor?
14th. Oh, wait a minute. That could be right. So that's a Tuesday, but that could be, it could be wrong too. Let me check it, but there is a holiday in October.
October 13th is a holiday, Your Honor.
Okay, so that is correct. October 14th, Tuesday.
Your Honor,
October 14th.
can we approach, Your Honor?
Yes. All right, before we finalize this, apparently the complaint party has not been contacted, and the state's going to try to do that now, so we'll recall it.
Yeah.
So just
See if we can get a hold of it.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Haas, case number CRB 24716. Cameron Haas.
Your Honor, you'll recall that, I think sometime last week, you and Mr. Hield and I discussed Mr. Haas's matter, that he is out of town on a job and unable to be here today. He'll be back in town on May 17th, so I'm going to ask, and Mr. Hield said he was agreeable, and the court said it was agreeable, to continuing this beyond the 17th. The 23rd, which we've been using for some other dates, would work for that. He is, this is a 90-day continuance. It's going to be dismissed after he completes some anger management. He's working that around his schedule, his work schedule, which has him out of town. I don't think he's going to be complete on the 17th, after the 17th, but I think we should at least at that point have a better roadmap as to when he can complete.
Okay, we'll set it for them. The report says he's compliant. It's
What was the date, John?
23rd, 10 o'clock.
I started there, so I'm trying to remember the beginning of the
State of Ohio versus Amber Goodall, case number CRB 24566.
It's Mr. Smith's case.
Judge, this is one that we set for today. This is my fault. My secretary don't put it on my calendar. Try to get hold of Ms. Goodall, we can't. Can we move that to Friday? She always shows up, and it's on my office.
State's position.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, let me catch up with you. What was the
He's
case?
asking for a continuance. He says he failed to get in touch with his client.
Correct, yeah, she's retired, and for whatever reason, she was thinking about retirement, didn't put this on my calendar. I saw this one, if we could do Friday, Randy, she'll be here, she always appears.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, if the defendant's request case is continued to the 25th for a pretrial.
Thank you, Judge, I appreciate that.
State of Ohio versus Michael Johnson, case number CRA 24834, CRB 24825, CRB 24323.
The summary was pretty basic, it really doesn't say anything. He's compliant, doing well. He did make an attempt to start his community service like the judge asked him the last time, but he was informed he had to get a letter from Major, which he's done.
It's a good report for Mr. Johnson.
Your Honor, that last case, I was making a note that I think it said the 25th, is supposed to be the 23rd.
It's this Friday.
Oh, this Friday.
This Friday, yes.
I got you. Okay.
April 25th.
All right.
This Friday. I'll call him, I get him again.
Better be sure.
Mr. Hill and I have had some discussions on this case. I don't know, it seems like we're on a track for a bench trial, but I don't want to say that just yet. He's doing well in treatment. Perhaps one more pre-trial, and then Mr. Hill, too, he'll decide if we're going to go the bench trial route or we can come to a resolution.
Well, I think I just said something for you on the 23rd. That's still a good day.
23rd of May, Judge?
Yes.
Yes, Judge, I can do that.
Next pretrial will be May 23rd at 10 a.m.
So you're gonna do my review?
He also has a review judge. I think we set him at the same time. He just reminded me.
And he still has, we just basically been letting it slide. He has community service and fines and costs to pay.
Well, I went to do community service over at Portsmouth, and they didn't have any information on it. I just got something from probation officer here.
Okay. You're going to do it at the municipal court in Portsmouth?
They only do it through adult probation, so.
Okay. May 23rd, 10 o'clock, so next week.
Thanks.
Your Honor, we're ready to go back to the Lawrence County Jail.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy, case number CRB 24227.
Mr. Morford's case, set for pretrial. Still at the jail, so I was going to release her to Bethesda if you wanted her back.
Yeah, we'll take her back.
Do you want to go back? Yes. It's better than jail, isn't it?
Definitely. I don't have my segments or anything. I'm not feeling so hot.
Okay. You can pick her up today?
Yeah, I'll see somebody down there.
Okay, I'm ordering you released to Bethesda. You need to go back with a good attitude.
I will, sir.
You're not smarting off to the staff, or causing trouble, refusing to do things when asked to do them. You have to do them things how you're told to do them, when you're told to do them, right? And that's
Yes,
what you're
sir.
going to do. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you, Jeremy.
You'll be there today, and let's have you come back on May the 12th, or if you're available then, Mr. Morford.
I am, Judge.
May the 12th, I'll see you then with a good report, right? You're going to get a good report this time.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
We're finished at the jail.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus James Murdoch, case number CRB 21796.
Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
Can we recall it? I'm going to talk to my staff. They're trying to get hold of that other victim.
Case will be recalled.
State of Ohio versus Adria Price, case number CRB 24693, CRB 2557.
It's Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
It is, Judge, when we were here last, you had to perform the evaluation. I don't know the status. I've not been updated. I just checked my email this morning as far as the situation.
I don't believe a report has been issued.
Yeah, I've not seen one.
I haven't seen one either. Usually I get an email copy of it, but I haven't received anything. Everything should be in place. They asked for a memorandum of understanding, which I executed that.
Yes.
On April the 7th. So should be hitting any time now.
Judge, if we could not go out too far and try to keep tabs on this, that might be better.
Well, the other thing that I mentioned this before off record, from my last conversation, I think it was, I believe it was when we had a conference call with Mary Beth Haller, who's the admitting nurse.
Could have been.
And she had asked about outpatient.
And she did not want to do outpatient, is that correct? Yeah.
So I've tried to get in the past, but
Oh,
they
well.
do not have self-pay, so
It's not that she doesn't want to do it, I guess it's self-pay, and she
And
can't do that.
You
I
don't have a
don't,
medical card or health insurance or anything?
nothing, I don't even have a job.
Well, you should be eligible for Medicaid, I would think.
Let's see. I could actually fill out an application in about 5 minutes maybe and go from there.
Well, did you actually go to PATH? Okay.
What's an insurance, I misspoke, Judge, I thought she didn't want to go there, but if we come back relatively soon, let her explore perhaps getting a medical card, that would be a better, just from my experience with ABH, it takes a long time to get in, and Pat could see her.
Right then and there.
Juanita, can you help her try to
Is
get
she
her
from
medical?
Ohio?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm going to refer you to Thrive, which is a peer recovery support.
Fair enough.
So, and one of the things they can do is help you get a medical card.
You said Thrive, right?
Yeah, Juanita will talk to
She
you.
will talk to you. She's in the
As soon as you leave the courtroom, she'll come out and talk to you out in the lobby.
She's right there too.
And then let's come back fairly quickly, because I think this, we're going to get the evaluation, I believe, usually with the time frame here involved. I'm kind of surprised we don't have it already.
Judge, next week is bad, I'm in a week-long trial, I'm here the 2nd or 5th of May.
Let's do the second, May 2nd.
May 2nd at 10 o'clock. Chat with her, okay?
I also called the sheriff's office
Did you
about
got my
this.
email? Yeah.
Yeah, about this background that I found successfully behind my Hyundai.
What was that date you're on a redo?
May 2nd, 10 o'clock, May 2nd.
State of Ohio versus Christie S. Tyndall, case number CRA 25106.
This is Mr. Smith's case for preliminary hearing.
Yeah, it is. Hello. This is mine. These are my small plans. I can do that. You can keep that.
It's a good report.
This is the road one there. This speedway here.
So
Is this a
representative
case
from
that's-
Speedway?
State's willing to keep here, or what, has there been a discussion about that?
No, Your Honor, we need to talk about it, maybe come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last week of May is bad for you, or are you available the week before?
Let's see, Judge, I'm here the 16th, May 16th.
Okay, that works.
Does that work? Okay.
May 16 will be the next hearing, be a preliminary, 10 o'clock.
We have a waiver, Your Honor.
Yes.
I'll sign one. Yes.
State of Ohio
You
versus
want them to hang around, see if we can work it out, or? Yeah.
State of Ohio versus John C. Henry, case number CRB 25139.
Mr. Stratton's case.
You got a letter?
Yeah.
Like things are going good.
report from OVP saying, I take it that he's compliant.
He is.
Report.
Yeah, that's a report he brought in. Usually we get a report from Brianna too, but I don't see her in here, so. Outpatient, he's outpatient. I got you confused with Mr. Evans.
Well, we've been active since August.
Yep.
Well, he's been in treatment since August. I'm not sure we've had him in court that long. So let's come back, the report's good. Maybe first week of June?
Yes.
June 6th?
Yes, that'll work. June 6th.
June 6th will be the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I was thinking so.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Kazee, case number CRB 24489.
Mr. Stratt's case set for pre-trial.
So, Your Honor, are you able to pay the restitution? How much will pay next time? Okay. Are you?
Yes.
Okay. She's close to paying off restitution, Your Honor. She's gonna pay 80 on Wednesday.
Okay. How much time do you need?
How much? Pay it all off.
I don't know about paying it all off, because things keep coming up in life, but I'm doing it as quick as I can so we don't have to keep doing this over and over. I'd like to do it in one lump sum, but I know that'd be a hard 2 weeks. So if we could aim for like,
June? Come back in June.
what is this month? This is April, right?
Yeah.
Before June, I think, yeah. That's
So
60 days.
you want to set it in June, and she should probably have it all paid off by
I
then.
mean, that's
June
8
6th.
Yeah.
June 6th will be the next hearing.
And I have a question. What happens after it's paid off? Then where do we, what do we
I think
do?
the agreement is going to be dismissed, right?
Yep.
Oh, see?
That's what we're waiting for the restitution these days.
Awesome.
Just, yeah, just pay 80 on Wednesday.
State of Ohio versus Elson Childers, case number TRD 25107 A, B, and C, TRC 23629 A, B, and C.
Attorney Tyler Smith's case set for pretrial. Mr. Childers has a bond.
Mr. Childers is here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Is it Elson Childers?
Yes.
Yes, he just stepped out for a second.
It looks like some of these cases, the older cases, he pled to, but the OVI, and looks like, from what I see from the file. So I don't know if some of these are just, see what he's doing on sentencing or not. Tried to get it reinstated. Okay.
And why didn't it get reinstated?
I need to do one of those insurance form.
Oh, you wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure, but I needed that insurance form with W. Something that I tried to get it and their machine, their computer wasn't working.
Okay, so you're still trying to get your license? Okay. It sounds like he did complete the dip school on the the 23 case back in November of 2023, from what I could tell, and that he was in the process of getting his license reinstated. One thing he needed to do was get his insurance form to the BMV, I assume. Is that correct? Okay. And it has been processed.
In the new case, they're saying he didn't have proof of insurance when it stopped January 23rd, 2025.
Right, and I think it was a...
He still has, on his old OBI, he's got 3 days community service and substantial amount of time that's still owed.
Yeah, so you gotta complete all that stuff for it to be...
I got $50 to pay my fine today.
Okay. He said he has $50 to pay towards his fine, so...
Okay, what are we gonna do about the new charge? The driving under suspension and, what was it, left of center and driving under suspension, and his charge is driving under an OBI suspension.
Yes, that's...
I don't know if that was still in effect at the time.
I believe that your suspension was up, but you were trying to get reinstated, and that was the issue you had with the insurance. Okay.
His conviction on the OBI was out of this court on September 22nd.
Correct.
23.
That's why but anyway, so I'm gonna go get it, okay? Did you talk to these people? Yes, they want it dismissed.
And he completed his driver awareness program on November 16th, 2023. I believe the suspension, as I stated, was up, and then at that point he tried to reinstate the BMV, but there was an insurance form that he had to obtain.
He has his suspension out of the Italian mayor's court too, according to the criminal counsel.
I didn't know.
You didn't know about that one?
That was from an offense August 30th of 2024.
I did that this morning.
The one here went on the record on September 27th, 2023, so that suspension probably should be up. It says failure to reinstate on the DMV printout, but the one from the day says suspended.
Okay. You got a suspension out for failure, mayor's court, for 2024.
Showing 2 suspensions.
So.
And he has a warrant block on his license from the judge also. Well, notice his release now. Did he pay anything there?
From what I remember, this was back in maybe 2023 after I graduated.
It says August 30th, 2024. Record added on September 17th, 2024. So this is the last call. That failure.
I was in failure in August. I think I paid like $50 on the fine I had there for a speeding ticket I got there in 2023.
Well, I don't know, but it's still showing suspended from a failure. It says 2024, not 2023. And he needs to get his ODI from 2023 taken care of. He still owes, he hasn't done his community service. He did do the dip school, he hasn't paid his fines and costs.
Well, he'll pay $50 today, Your Honor, and you have to deal with Mr. Cooper and get some community service done. You gotta finish that. You also have to deal with the failure to find out why there's a suspension now there. As far as the new charge, Your Honor, it sounds like he's got a couple suspensions he has to get through. which he wasn't aware of the failure. I'd ask maybe we continue this one time, just try to figure out what's going on with the failure.
Okay, I'm going to say the next hearing would have to either get a plea or set for trial.
That's fine, Your Honor. I'd at least try to get more information on the failure suspension, and then we can...
What's your schedule mid-May?
I'm good for mid-May, Your Honor.
Let's do the 19th, May 19th,
Okay.
the pre-trial.
Contact me. Finish court.
You said at that time they'll plead or set for trial?
May 19th.
Is that the trial or?
It's a pre-trial, but he's going to let us know whether you're going to set it for trial or he's going to enter a plea.
All right.
He's going to look at some of his issues with the B&B, so we'll try to get them resolved before then.
State of Ohio recalls Brittany Smith, case number CRB 24-171.
Okay, this was on a review for Brittany Smith that was set earlier, so she is here now. I'm going to order her to do a urine screen before we proceed, so go do a urine screen.
State of Ohio versus Bailey Posey, case number CRB 25-196.
This is Mr. Smith's case at pre-trial.
This is one where it's a domestic violence charge. This is our first pretrial. I'm going to go ahead and file for discovery on this one and see and talk with Mr. Hill when he's back and see how he wants to proceed.
Now, this says Candy Green. Is this Candy Green that lives in South Point?
Yes, Your Honor.
John, okay, I may have a conflict with this one if it's...
I've got Township Road 1019 South Point.
I'm not sure the address, but there's not too many Candy Greens, I don't think. So,
Her son is Billy
it's somebody that I've represented, so, but if we get to a trial, then I'll recuse myself.
Does it help you if you know her son is Billy Booth? Does that help any?
She's married to, this is Lou Green's daughter-in-law. You know Lou?
Jonathan Green is his spouse.
Jonathan Green. What's the wife's name that runs the senior citizen? Darlene.
Oh.
Well, I can preside over a pre-trial, but if it's going to go to a trial, I'll recuse myself.
That's fine, Your Honor.
When did you want to come in? When was it?
Your Honor, I want to file for discovery. I don't know how long it's going to take to answer, probably within the week, but I'd say we just set one for the 19th. We could do it then as well.
All right, May 19th. $10 is the next one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Justin Marshall, case number TRC 25771. It's a arraignment.
And sir, you're Justin Marshall?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, this, and you received a copy of the complaint, the ticket?
Yes, sir.
The complaint alleges that on April 17th at 12:42 a.m. in Union Township that you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination of those things. And it says there was a prior, it doesn't give you the year there, it just says there was a prior conviction. So if it is a second offense, that raises the possible penalties. On a second offense, the maximum is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, and a 5-year license suspension. That's the most you can get if you're found guilty. There is a minimum. The minimum on a second is 10 days in jail, $525 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. and that appears to be the only charge. Were you here when I explained defendant's rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about your rights, or do you understand them?
I understand.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
I got one in line right now.
Okay. How much time do you need to make those arrangements?
About a month, if that's okay.
Mondays or Fridays? Does it matter what day you come back?
Fridays would probably be better.
May 23rd then.
23rd.
May 23rd will be your next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 a.m. I'm going to indicate you're going to hire a lawyer.
Yes.
And then a not guilty plea for you. State's alleging that you refuse to take tests, and that results in an automatic license suspension if you, so you're not allowed to drive while this is pending. Your lawyer can file something to ask for relief from that, but as of now, you're under suspension. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Any questions, sir?
What was the date on the time on the 23rd?
10 o'clock on May 23rd.
23rd?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, does he need to sign a signature bond?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't think there was, you didn't post a bond, did you?
I never got anything about it.
You can sign a $1,000 signature bond. What that means is you're just signing something saying, I promise to be there, or I'll pay a $1,000 penalty for not showing up, and you get a warrant. Just come to court, you don't have to post any money. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Dennis Martin, case number CRB 25232, and Kimberly Martin, case number CRB 25234.
Okay, this is the one we took a break on to let the prosecutor's office talk to the Martins about how they want to go forward on this.
Yes, Your Honor, and we talked to both separately, just to make sure that we were clear. Both have agreed to dismiss the charge against the other. I told them if they would pay court costs, the state would not lay the charges.
Okay, is that agreeable?
It's agreeable.
Can you do that today?
Absolutely.
Okay, see the clerk, pay the court costs, and your cases are dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Do I need to do an order, or is she doing it?
She's doing it.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Clerk is to the right, is what you court.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus John D. Davis, case number TRD 25589.
All right, I have this on today for pre-trial, but there was a subpoena issued, I think, on this today.
I think so, Your Honor. We can find that.
And we don't have a defendant that look like John Davis.
I have not heard from him, Your Honor, since the date of appointment.
Okay. Well, he didn't appear at the initial arraignment either, had to issue a capias. Then came in late, so it'll be a bench warrant in 7 days to be able to turn up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Melissa LeGrand, case number CRA 24513, CRB 24462.
Your Honor, Melissa is experiencing some health issues and...
I saw that, and I got the message on that, so she's getting some treatment today, as I understand it. So we can just continue this, give her some time to recover. I'll give it, she was transported, as I understand it,
She
for
was.
emergent medical treatment, so I would say at least a couple of weeks for continuance.
Please,
John Davis?
she has
John Davis.
a litany of mental health issues, Judge. I'm not sure if that's why she's in the hospital, or if it's physical or both.
May 5th? May 5th?
Yes, sir.
The preliminary hearing and pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Troy, Dwayne Edwards, case number CRA 24594, Mr. Stratton's case.
Supposed to be at over.
Or am I approved on something else?
Yes.
Pre-trial. Just want to make sure because it's in two places, two different ways.
Yes.
It's okay.
You can stay here.
We'll come back 5. And we take it in, maybe they got it. It's not going to be on this month anyway.
Troy Edwards.
That's one that was.
That's a good report, good job.
Oh, great, good.
My next pre-trial, because we.
So come back after the 8th,
Yeah, around that time.
just not the 12th.
How about the 9th?
Yep. 9th will work.
Should be transitioned to RRS.
Yes, sir. All right. Thanks, Mr. Captain.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Luckett, case number TRD 2147A and B.
All right, Timothy Lockett, set for bond. I'll text Mr. Cyrus and see if he shows up.
Those are the two. That's it. Townsend will be These are done. Except for pre-trial and prelim on that thing. These are dismissed, those two. I can take care of that. With cost. Okay.
So I'll pass this one for a while.
Murdoch. Oh. James Murdoch, do we need to recall it, Your Honor?
I've got him on here for a week.
Okay, all right. That's been there since 21.
State of Ohio versus James Murdoch on a recall, case number CRB 21796.
This is Mr. Smith's case. Need Roger Smith in the courtroom. And on Timothy Lockett, I did get a text from Gary Sowers asking to continue it for more time. So I'll set it for May 12th for bond forfeiture.
Lillian here? Yeah, there's a two. Yeah, I have to recall that. Just give me- Yeah, it's 21, we're going to annul it with the right to refile. I can do it. I'm just trying to do some contact. I have a copy here for charge. I'll do that here in a minute. No, it's right.
Judge, this is a 21 model case, and I understand they cannot get a hold of the victim, the funds disconnected, so I think they're going to not only with the right to refile should she get in touch.
Yeah, the victim was a minor at the time, was one of the reasons held on, Your Honor, had an Ashland address and phone number we've not been able to get a hold of. We would state with Nolly with right to refile if necessary.
All right, it'll be Nolly.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio v. Jason Taylor II, case number CRB 2524, A, B, and C. Mr. Steyer's case.
And Your Honor, I have a report here to bring forward. Oh, you took it forward, okay, thank you.
Yes, I've got it.
Give me just a second, these are out of order at this point.
Says he's not compliant.
Your Honor, we had a possible disposition to present to where I'm not sure if the court's going to be interested in hearing that at this point with the report that we have here, but what we had discussed would be exchanged for a plea of guilty to the criminal damaging, the two assault charges. I think there may be two criminal damagings actually, so he would be pleading guilty. There's an assault in one under A that would be dismissed. There is a criminal damaging under B that would be dismissed, then he would plead to the criminal damaging under C. The agreement that we were going to recommend would be 30 days in jail suspended, 2 years probation, restitution in the amount of $806 to Adam Bryant, and a no contact order during the pendency of the matter. The victims had expressed interest in treatment, so continued compliance with treatment would be a term of bond, or not a bond, a term of probation, but apparently we don't have full compliance at the moment.
What does the state say? Because I assume this agreement was entered into before you saw the report.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not compliant.
As long as compliance with treatment and completion of treatment is a term of bond or anywhere else.
And if I may then, Your Honor, he's informed me that the issue with his attendance had to do with his getting work that was interfering at the time with his commitment. However, he was sort of on an introductory, a training schedule. He's now on a set schedule that will allow him to become compliant.
Well, before we finalize this one, we give it a test run for another month and see how it does.
That's fine. We can do that, Your Honor.
he's gonna have to do better before he even stays. I understand that they were gonna discharge him if he didn't start doing better.
Yes, Your Honor, he has an appointment on Wednesday, and that would have been his last one to be able to be out before discharge.
Okay.
You said this. Does Monday or Friday matter to you, sir?
Let me think. Friday would be better.
Okay.
Friday would be better.
Your Honor, we have been setting a few of my cases for the 23rd. If we could just stick with that date.
Because I'll be off.
23rd.
Write that down.
I'll be off on Fridays.
Okay.
So,
Right.
we're looking for a good report then.
You said that appointment today?
Yeah, it says,
Oh, that's because I'm going straight to work after this.
well, you have to figure that out.
Okay, no, I was just letting, yeah, I'll figure that out.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Philip Hill, case number CRB 24218. Your Honor, this is set for explain.
There's the offer.
Okay, we've got a motion to expunge filed by Mr. Holt. And that's the only thing there is. There's no agreed order, nothing. I don't know. Is there any do you know if there's any agreement on this, Mr. Lambert? Or?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm just
It's an
catching.
expungement filed by Mr. Holt on a Philip Hill. It's on the docket for today. The motion is filed, but I don't see any kind of agreed order or anything like that.
No, this is an expungement, so it'll be printed.
I'm just gonna pass it since he's not here.
That's fine, since they're not here, that's fine.
Case will be passed. If he wants to read
Philip probably knows about it.
Yeah.
You'll have to put it back on the docket or give me an agreed order or something.
State of Ohio recalls Ryan Bavard, case number CRB 25105. Mr. Steyer's case.
Set for pre-trial today.
Which one's this?
May 16th, she's coming back to me. I'm going to try to do that one at least.
She tried. Yeah. If there was no.
What's her name?
Christy.
Is she already called today?
Yeah, she's.
Okay. I didn't realize this, Your Honor, but he has a co-defendant, Christy Tyndall, who was called earlier in the day and whose case was apparently set for the 16th of May.
Okay. I said this one's the same.
So I would ask to do the same, yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good reports, so keep that up. May 16th will be the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio recalls Misty Blackburn, case number CRA 24812.
It's Mr. Steyer's case.
We asked to have this recalled because she was speaking with Megan, and I guess there's also a report to come to bring forward as well.
Okay, it's a good report.
And I believe that Ms. Dalrymple has spoken to her about the possibility of entering into QRT deflection.
She is interested, Your Honor.
We do have another issue we need to raise, which is she's expressed an interest in changing treatment providers only because she lives, where does she live? She lives in Gallipolis, so it's a little bit difficult getting her down here. And she has a provider that she has named that.
We work with New Life in Gallipolis, so.
Okay. Do you want to dismiss it at this point or keep it on the docket for a while? How do you want to proceed if she's going to go to hearing?
I'd like to recall it one more time.
Okay. So come back maybe a month and let her switch providers and get a report from them?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds good, Your Honor.
That 23rd day.
Stick with the 23rd, yeah.
All right, and your next hearing will be May 23rd. You can go ahead and start with the provider in Gallipolis.
Okay.
And get us a report, please, when you come back May 23rd.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, May 23rd,
At what time?
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio recalls Amber Sloan, case number CRB 24729.
This is Mr. Stiers' case, and we were trying to get contact with the complaining party.
I spoke to Jasmine. I think she was going to speak to, she does. So I think we're clear to go ahead with where we were, to be clear with what's going on. I think they were unable to contact the complaining witness, but this is consistent with what she had asked for earlier, so we think that basically they made the effort.
24 CRB 729.
Yes, Robert.
So I don't know if you still have the section number.
We
Hold
said
on.
about 291711, I wrote it down.
All right, so it'll be a $100 fine, court costs, 30 days suspended, no contact with Tiffany Labor, 2 years level 5 probation with a review hearing date on October 14th. At 9 a.m., she'll need to see Mr. Major about his probation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Corey Brewer, case number CRB 25155A and B, CRB 25156.
I haven't gone back out to see if Mr. Brewer checked in. Brewer. Corey Brewer checked in. Your Honor, Mr. Brewer hasn't checked in.
And he has a bond.
Let me make certain I don't have contact with him with an issue here. I apologize, Your Honor, actually, we spoke about this one, but she hasn't left, she's...
Okay.
We spoke about this one. His daughter has a dental appointment today. I spoke to you and to Mr. Hill by text about this one. I just let that slip my mind. I apologize. So I'm going to ask for a brief continuance on this. I'm here next week if that works, but I don't know what the court schedule looks like.
Let's look and see. We could do it on the 28th.
If that day is agreeable to the court, that's the day I'd ask for, just to keep things moving along.
Okay? And defendant's request continued to April 28th for pre-trial, 10 o'clock tomorrow.
State of Ohio recalls Tracy Dillon, case number TRC 24882 A and B, CRA 24575, CRB 24576.
And she spoke to Brianne, who I don't know if she's still here. She's doing a drug screen with another individual at this time, Your Honor. Then we can wait, or we can...
Well, do you know what she's going to say?
I don't know what she's going to say, actually, Your Honor, I'm
Let's
sorry.
recall it then.
Thank you. Just have a seat, we'll chat. We'll just in a minute or two.
State of Ohio versus Jason Gilbert, case number TRD 193179 A and B, CRB 23645, TRD 152762 A and B. Jason Gilbert.
Jason Gilbert is set for sentencing because he has a bond. He's failed to appear. And he still has things left to do. Notify Mr. Sowers that he failed to appear.
Your Honor, he completed with us, but I've still got his contact information. I can try to get in touch with him.
Okay. set this for, I think I set another one for May the 12th, so I'll set these for May the 12th for bond forfeiture.
Francis died.
Yeah, I see that. This is the last one, he's on the cover, like, he retired. He's out to vote.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't follow that too much, but that's enough, he was on pass.
State of Ohio versus Jaden Redmond, case number CRB 22451.
What was the name, Your Honor?
Jaden Redmond.
I'm right here.
Sentencing.
Okay, and you turned in some community service since the last time you were here. Do you have a thing on your phone?
I actually left the house with no money, so can I bring it tomorrow?
Yeah, you can bring it tomorrow, any day, or you can pay online.
How do I pay online?
You go to the court's website and click on the make a payment button. So you have a smartphone, I assume?
Yeah, I have an iPhone.
Okay. Type in Lawrence County Municipal Court. And it'll come up.
Okay, my phone's dead right now, but I'll do it when I get home.
All right, you'll have to cover these hearings, so get this done.
I know, I have one more day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. And May the 3rd, if you come out and work that day, they'll wipe out your community service. It's a double day, so you get a day of community service wiped out and $50 on your fine wiped out.
Okay. You said May the 3rd?
May the 3rd, that's a Saturday.
It's 5 people. It's 5-2.
Yeah, let's see.
Perfect.
Well, no, yeah,
Does it matter what day of the week you have to come back?
Preferably a Monday.
Okay.
Or Friday, either one. I'll make it
Well,
work.
let's make it May 30th, then, that's a Friday.
May 30th?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be on the sentencing docket at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Brittany Smith, case number CRB 24171. Brittany Smith.
Okay. She had a negative screen, so that's good. Now I've got a report.
this is the EGRI. Crazy road.
Okay, sounds like you need to be a little more on top of your appointments.
I think we just have a misunderstanding, because I'm supposed to be on my bye week last week, and then this week was, I'm like on this week, and then next week will be my bye week, so I think we just maybe got it misunderstood. I don't know what the next is.
Okay, you got, yeah, I was gonna ask, you have another appointment coming up?
Yeah, I got one this week.
Okay. What's your date?
For my, to see my counselor.
No.
Well, all my, this date, June 10th.
Okay.
But if you could set it out a little further, I think I'm gonna go further.
June 30th.
That would.
June 30th will be your, I'll cancel, I had break down that there, you failed to appear, so I'll cancel that. Set your next hearing for June 30th for 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Haberlin, case number TRD 23418, DRC 1916 38 ENC.
Okay, so Mr. DeWater was representing you, correct?
Correct.
And you, Celeste, you missed a hearing and then got a warrant, and you got arrested on the warrant?
That's correct.
So you posted a bond.
Yep.
Is Mr. DeWater still going to be representing you?
Yes.
All right, now that you've got him, okay, and Mr. Sowers probably got a hold of you this morning, right?
What is it now?
Did Mr. Sowers get a hold of you this morning?
Not this morning, he didn't.
Okay. I'll cancel the bond forfeiture and let him know that you did show up.
Okay.
Set your next hearing. And I'm assuming you don't know what Mr. DeWater's schedule is then?
No, sir.
I'll set it for May the 12th for pretrial.
All right.
So be here May 12th unless Mr. DeWater tells you that he's made arrangements for a different date.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kayla Harris, case number TRD 211692, CRB 21209. Set for arraignment.
Kayla Harris.
Your Honor, she was here, checked in with the clerks, asked to have her case added. Your Honor, we have two issues pending here. There's an old case that's on review, I believe, and a pending driving under suspension. She went today to the library.
Yeah, to take the test, but they were closed. They didn't open until 10, but their internet website said they open at 9. So I've taken the test once, but I failed. And I started studying even harder, so I think I can pass it now.
So at this point, I'm going to ask that I guess the warrant has probably actually gone out, because I think she was scheduled last Monday.
Yes, she said there was.
Well, it may have gone out. If it's gone out, I'm going to ask it to be withdrawn. If it hasn't gone out, I'm going to ask that it not be issued.
Yeah, it would have gone out because it was April 7th, actually. So.
Oh, further back than I realized. I apologize, Your Honor.
And sir, my phone, the reason why I did not know about my phone was shattered, and I had to get a new one.
So I'd like to ask for some more time on this. At this point, I don't think the state even has its file probably today. But the only thing that's I think the only thing that's pending that is pre-conviction is the driving under suspension. And I think our goal here is to try to get her licensed.
Yeah, she's got the prior discharge of a firearm and
No, that's-
aggravated.
Sorry.
Yeah, discharge of a firearm is what she was convicted of.
No, that was dismissed, sir.
I have to take a look at the history on it. There's
Looking at the.
I read.
It was dismissed, mine and my father's.
There was a dismissal of something. I don't know what was actually dismissed and what wasn't. I'll take a look at that, Your Honor.
It was.
From the record, there was a conviction on discharge of a firearm that aggravated menacing was not.
I had a warrant for my arrest for the aggravated menace and went to jail on it.
Well, one you owe some amount of community service, I think, on. Is it community service that's owed on that?
No, those are just fines and court costs.
Just fines and costs, okay. Well, you need to work on that as well, but your license.
I've got a job, so
Okay.
I definitely will.
But if we could get another date back, Your Honor, I'd appreciate it. I don't know how far the court's interested in going at this point.
May 9th?
May 9th, I am here that day, Your Honor.
Is that for a pre-trial run?
Be a pre-trial.
What's on?
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio recalls Tracy D. Dillon, case number PRC 24882 A and B.
Thank you, Darrell.
CRA 24575, CRV 24576.
You're free to go. Thank you. And Your Honor, Ms. Brand's not in here now, but I talked to her. They can't treat Ms. Dillon, because Ms. Dillon is established as a patient at Prestera. They can't both provide treatment under her. I believe she has Medicare rather than Medicaid, and I think that limits the ability to go to more than one place. Oh, she's here, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. So since she's in services for mental health with Prestera, she just can't do services with Prestera and OVP. But she had a letter and a medication list. She's on some medications and things like that, so she's already with a provider.
Well, we're going to continue that and then think about whether you want to
I need my
have the
doctor right now.
evaluation.
I don't have a problem with the other, but I can give you, you're in the UA.
I'm sorry?
I can give you UA if you need it.
I don't think probably at this point. Urine analysis, I believe, is what she's, if the court wishes, but,
No, that's fine.
okay. So I don't know what sort of time frame we want to look at it coming back on this one.
Right.
She does have a felony coming. That's possession charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened with that?
Well, right now, it's going to stay pending here. We're going to see where it ends up going.
Okay.
Want to just try, see how things go with Prestera?
I think that's probably our best bet. I mean, I recognize that they're not the most cooperative about sending reports.
Yes.
I'm going to ask that, we're going to give you a court date to come back. I'm going to ask you to ask them to give us a letter.
Oh, okay.
Like, ask them about a week before so you have it to bring to the court today, okay?
Thank you.
When would you like to come back, Your Honor?
The 19th?
Of May?
May.
Let me check. Here, this is for you.
Do we already have a waiver, Your Honor, on everything?
The entry will have a waiver. Actually, time is also told due to my entries that I made earlier. 1 second, Your Honor, I apologize. I'm available the 19th.
Okay, May the 19th will be the next.
So,
hearing.
May 19th, 10 o'clock. What? We're trying to work on that.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We're finished, Your Honor.
Okay. Court's adjourned.